Everything that you see in this life that's made up around you was made up by people no smarter than you. And that's my favorite Steve Jobs quote, and it's what I wanted to structure this video around today. The fact that literally, everything you see, I believe, is from God, obviously. But when it comes to things that are literally made, somebody created this pen, somebody created, literally made the Bible, the tangible Bible, the wood that I'm using here. All these things are made by people that are no smarter than you. They just had passion, they just had an idea, and they made it into real life. And now it's in your home, now it's in your car, now it's in your everyday life. These things, Panda Express wasn't a food line just because it wasn't a food chain, just because it was there. It's not always been there. McDonald's hasn't always been there. Chick-fil-A hasn't always been there. It's just been by somebody having an intuition that they believe they can truly do something and achieve it, and it happened. And I think that so many of us get enclosed into this mindset that these things are just here, and like we don't have the connection that somebody created all these things. Somebody had the genuine belief and idea and passion behind creating this guitar right here, creating this drawer, my bed frame. All these things are people's passions, the thing that people really care about. And if you hone in and specifically start to really love something, you can create something that might be seamless, like this camera cover, but it has meaning to you and it can be meaning to somebody else. And without it, my camera could get its lens cracked and not operate functionally. It can not operate properly. You get what I'm trying to say. I just think that we should put our minds to things and understand that you can create something that's in everybody's household. You can create something that is necessary. You can create something that somebody else loves and sees the beauty and the artsmanship and the craftsmanship in the work that you put into making something that's just as meaningless as this wrist rest for my keyboard. And I hope this video just inspires you to pursue something that might change the world in a small aspect or in a large one. And somebody's going to do it, whether it's you or somebody else. Somebody's going to create the next thing that's in everybody's household. Somebody's going to create the things that fill in and replace the things that are in today's world. I mean, everything's going to get replaced. Everything's going to get recycled and redone differently. And there's going to be new trends and different things that happen. And you can either be somebody who's created something that's going to be long lasting and create a difference in your life and your loved ones' lives, and something that can bring you financial stability along with purpose and passion and all of the great things. You just have to understand that you're capable and realize that everything around you is there because people put it there. People had the idea in their head and they just believed that they could make it happen and become something tangible. And that's all you have to do in order to achieve a goal and believe that it's truly possible. And that can be something that, whether you want to be an influencer or you want to be anything. When you say influencer now, it's a huge umbrella of being a podcaster, being somebody who, being a football player, being a basketball player, being whatever you want to be, a musician. All these things fall under the umbrella of an influencer because they influence people. And if you want to do something like that, you have to look at it in the same sense of making it tangible, bringing your dream into life and doing actionable steps into achieving that goal, and understanding that it's not going to just appear unless you take the steps in order to make it happen. And this video, as I know, seems like a bunch of, what's the word? Fugazi. It's just not like tangible. It doesn't really give you steps on what to do, but this video is just for you to believe in yourself and understand that it's possible, and just give you the grasp and the understanding that somebody made this pin, somebody wrote the design, somebody had the concept, art. All of those steps were done, and it made it into real life, and it made it into my home. And it's possible for you to do the same thing with something big or something large. So that's the message. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, have a blessed one.